Watchmen is the acclaimed graphic novel made in 1986 and is turning 30 years old this month. It is written by Alan Moore and illustrated by Dave Gibbons. Taking place in an alternative timeline, superheroes exist, but most of them do not have superpowers and they're outlawed as vigilantes. The only one who does have superpowers and doesn't have any restrictions on him is Dr. Manhattan. The whole story centers around the death of a masked figure known as the Comedian and another masked figure named Rorschach who investigates who did it. Watchmen was a revolutionary work of art when it came out. Sure, there were a few graphic novels beforehand such as Contract with God and The Dark Knight Returns, but Watchmen is one of the most read books of all time, even till this day. What made it stand out was how dramatically different it was on its take on superheroes. There were some kind of flawed ones like Night Owl and Silk Spectre, but some like Rorschach were drastic for being borderline psychotic and the Comedian being a murderer and rapist. These kinds of things were never even thought of a superhero doing. Not even a comic book villain would even go that far. But what makes the Comedian a terrible but complex character is how he sort of justifies what he does. When he shoots and kills a pregnant woman who slashes his face, Dr. Manhattan scolds him, but the Comedian does bring up a good point by saying that he could have done something to stop him. But he definitely becomes more of a three-dimensional character when he becomes older, and this shows all the regret and horrible things that he has done to start to slowly eat away at him. Another complex character to talk about is Dr. Manhattan. He can control and manipulate matter, but as time goes by, he becomes more and more emotionally detached. The only time he gets very emotional is when he's at a press conference when he's told that his ex-wife has cancer. This news, and being hounded by the press, really pushes him over the edge. But I think my favorite character, as well as many others, is Rorschach. I like how he narrates most of the time like a detective, and he isn't afraid to be honest, even if he can be a bit crass from time to time. The graphic novel has a lot of trippy imagery, but its panel layout is definitely more of a traditional comic book. Each chapter ends with a newspaper article and the doomsday clock counting down. There are times where it cuts back to a comic book segment called Tales of the Black Freighter. It's interesting, but not really necessary to read for the main story to make sense. There is a lot more that I can talk about, but I do want to save that when I get around to reviewing the movie. On an A to an F scale, I give Watchmen an A. So anyway, thanks for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe.